You are listening to Mr. Lee's Cleaning Center by Joung Hee Kwon, narrated by Kevin Shen. Introduction. With so many worlds unseen, we must make great efforts to see them. Prologue. Such a beautiful, slender face. Her eyes were pulled gently shut, pure and delicate. Uncommonly rosy lips that looked ready to speak to me at any moment. I stared at her in silence for several moments before extending my hand into the coffin and touching my fingers to her lips as she lay there, cold, like ice. I withdrew my hand suddenly, startled by the chilling sensation seeping into my fingers. Red lipstick stained the fingertips of my small hand. Shoot! I could already imagine the scolding Grandpa would give me if he found out. My grandpa, the undertaker, was a perfectionist when it came to preparing bodies, and never tolerated a single mark on their faces. The fear of being scolded only lasted for a moment before I started looking at the lipstick on my fingers again. It reminded me of my mom. Mom! In my memories, she was always applying lipstick in the mirror. I would sit beside her, watching her as she painted her lips, and she would always look me in the eyes and smile. Then, letting her playful side out, she would wrap her arms around me and rub her lipstick all over my face as I wriggled to escape her grasp. Smooch, smooch, smooch. The sound of kisses filled my ears. When she finally let me go, the shape of her lips would be stamped all over my face. And as I gazed into my reflection in the mirror, lipstick marks covering my face like romantic wallpaper, my heart began to swell. I was happy. Mom, I miss you. Tears started running down my face. I wiped my eyes with the back of my hand. This memory of her was beautiful and peaceful. I took both my arms and hugged myself, trying to remember what it felt like to be buried deep in her bosom. But squeeze as I might, the chill permeating my body remained. I crawled into the coffin with the girl and lay down next to her. Surrounding the body was an icy aura that sent a chill down my spine. Desperate to escape the cold, I nestled myself deep into the girl's chest. But the deeper I went, the colder it became. Soon my teeth were letting out an audible chatter. Aren't you cold? A tender voice asked. I sat up and glanced around with eyes wide open. Across the room, a blurry silhouette was slowly coming into focus. It belonged to the girl in the coffin. I rubbed my eyes several times in disbelief at what I was seeing. I turned back to the coffin, but the girl's body was still inside, lying motionless. Confused and disoriented, I batted my eyes. And as I did this, the girl approached me with outstretched arms. I ran into her embrace without even a moment's hesitation. Unlike the cold, lifeless body, this version of the girl was filled with comforting warmth. She continued to hug me as she gently rested her chin on my forehead. Remember me? She asked. I nodded my head. It was Sanghwa, the older girl from next door, the one who always gave me a smile when we saw each other. Sometimes, when I was out on a walk with Grandma, Sanghwa would zip past us on her motorbike and yell out, Hi, Seondong! Whenever this happened, Grandma would click her tongue at the girl. I didn't know exactly what that meant, but I knew enough to sense it wasn't good. As for me, I liked Sanghwa. Whenever we ran into each other at the supermarket, she would always buy me a carton of milk and slip it into my hand before leaving. Hi, Seondong. I liked the way she called my name in that bright voice of hers, almost as much as I liked the way her scent filled my nose whenever she...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?